Welcome to this final season 5 launch episode. Today, you're going to meet Stacy Ho that said no to her family business for now to build her own business on her own terms. Have you ever felt like there was something missing in your business? Something holding you back from the success you're seeking? If so, you are not alone. For nearly 20 years, that's exactly how I felt as a business owner. It wasn't until I discovered human design that it all became clear. And it turns out that I was the missing piece in my own business. Join me on this journey of discovering the real me and hear stories from other business owners building businesses around all of their awesomeness. I'm Yong, Pratt, and it's time, my friend, to amplify your awesome. Hey everyone, welcome back to the Amplify Your Awesome podcast. I am so excited you're here today and you are in for a treat. Stacy Ho is our guest today and I cannot wait to tell you more about her. Now, Stacy is an entrepreneur. She is a published author. She has a brand new podcast called Means Bizness, and I'm going to let her tell you a little bit more about who her podcast is for. Stacy, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Young. I'm so humbled to be here and so grateful. And I wish everybody amplifies their awesome because that's just how I live. And here at She Means Business, I really made it with the intention to just content, like help, contribute to any entrepreneur, specifically more catered to women who have no formal business training or never grew up in an entrepreneurial family and have a dream inside of them that they want to start a business, but they don't know how. And they don't necessarily want to go to 4 years of, business school like I did. So it's a podcast, it's a YouTube channel, it's an Instagram, it's a website, it's blog posts, it's everything that just gives people direct, no nonsense, no BS, just straight up tips, helpful advice, theories, concepts of how to win in business. And also because I have a background as a business studies teacher, I do incorporate academic as well. So there might be something like, what is the marketing mix and what is cash flow and what's the importance of cash flow? And for example, what's the gross profit mean? So because there are some people that when they start business, those are things that they'll inevitably face, but they might not know what that is. So I just want to add all that support. And that's my real big intention behind She Means Business.
So good. And I think so many listeners out there, they may have a business now, but they're getting started. And sometimes the hardest thing to do is raise our hand and say, I need to learn this. I need some help, because we're not generally taught as women to ask for a lot of help. We should be superwomen and do it all. And that is not the reality, ladies. So listen up. Make sure you listen to Stacy's podcast. And I know that this is a little bite-sized episode with Stacy on it today, but definitely stay tuned for the longer episode because you're definitely not going to want to miss it. We talk about all sorts of goodness. We talk about business, starting a business, growing a business, all those good things. So Stacy, I would love to know from you one juicy tip that you could share with everyone today about building a business that really stays true to the real you, not the you somebody else thinks that you should be, but the real you, and allows all of your awesomeness to shine through.
Mm-hmm. I think this is such a great question. And in the sense that it is also a type of, I'm not getting the word right now, but it's like a coaching question because it encourages us to explore this area. Explore the area of how could you build a business that works for you, that has your characteristics, that shines your values. And instead of fitting the mold of what you think society could be in, I think the example I could quote, I don't want to ruin the story, but there's this awesome movie, I really love it, called A Star is Born. And it's the third edition. My mom says it's the third edition. And it's with Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper. I'm blushing just saying his name. And it's she's this really kind of, I think she's Italian, she's just the singer, and then she becomes famous, and then she starts wearing neon clothes, and he's just what are you? Who are you becoming? This is not you. You're actually a guitarist. You're not this hip hop dancer with these beats. And he just saw the love of his life change and mold. and lose herself. So that's a huge, for me, a visual of what it is when you're pursuing your dream, but you let other people influence you and you don't stay true to yourself. And I'm a girl guider, like a girl guide leader. And we always say, like, be true to yourself. And you know what that is. So when you build a business, and just think about in your dream, in your heart, like, what type of thing would you really like to share with the world? What product you'd like to create? What goods or services you'd like to create? And how do you include you in that equation? A lot of us don't include us in the equation because we don't think we're good enough. It's like, really? You think we can include that? But you could. And at the same time, I'd like to add that there also has to be some humility when we make our business too. Like, we're not all perfect. And making a business, making a product, making a service, it's an evolution. There will be times where you realize where, like, I'm being myself, but when I'm myself, I'm actually turning off my customers. And do I want to do that? And when I'm being myself, I could be, people are not taking it the right way. So what I want to really say is, like, you are yourself, but you could have different facets of yourself too. Like, I'm happy and shiny and stuff like that. But if someone's rude to me, I'd be like, hey, don't talk to me like that. Like, I can have that face too, and I'm still myself. So it's like, have that ability and that flexibility as well. And sometimes there are people who, I had one of my mentees, and she was like, I don't know if I can swear on this podcast, but it's like, I'm going to be a beep, and that's me. And too bad, like, you don't like it, that beep. And I was just like, I'm like, okay, that's fine. At the same time, you have to think about, like, will that work for you? And if you choose it, what will it create for you? So you keep yourself in your business, but at the same time, be aware that there might be parts of yourself that is not serving your business. And then you have to ask yourself, do I keep this aspect of myself? Do I grow out of this aspect? Do I take on another aspect? And am I serving the business and serving my customers?
I love that. Staying true while still serving your customers to the highest level. I love that so much. Oh my goodness. Stacy, I want to make sure people can connect with you. Where is the best place they can go to learn more?
Sure. Thank you so much. So you can connect to me on our podcast. My podcast, She Means Business, and business is spelled Bizens with Stacy Ho. I have a Instagram the handle is she.means means.business biznes. And also my personal Instagram is Stacy STACY _HO. And I also have a Facebook page, Stacy Ho.
I love it. Stacy, you're everywhere. It's awesome. I love that you're out there shining the light on yourself in your business, and you're helping other women now do the same thing in their business. I appreciate everything you do for this world. I appreciate you for being here. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Yong. Amplify, you're awesome.
Thank you so much for joining me for the Season 5 launch of the Amplify Your Awesome podcast. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out on our weekly deep dives into how you can discover the real you and build a business based on everything that makes you so awesome. Thanks for tuning in to the Amplify Your Awesome podcast. Be sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any tips, tricks, or secrets on building a business based around your awesome. Hey, and while you're there, leave us a rating and review. Let us know what you think of the show. And until next time, my friends, go out there today and amplify your awesome.